Hey guys, it's FifaRalle here and welcome to episode 10 of Let's FIFA 13. And in the last episode I asked you guys if you wanted to see some custom set pieces, and it seemed like you wanted to, so I'll be creating 2 custom set pieces in this episode, one for each corner. So as you'll see here, I make a run towards the corner flag, and the reason for that is I want this player to make a dummy and then have another player running in behind him and picking up the ball. And another thing you'll see is that this is a lot of trial and error, so I sped the gameplay up for that reason. And then I went on to making some runs inside the box, and the reason for that is once I go online, my opponent's main focus will be inside the box, so this is just a bit of a distraction, just to keep my opponent's focus inside the box and not having focusing on my player who I'm actually going to pass the ball towards. So as you can see here, the dummy was quite perfect there. There were no defenders blocking him off and taking the ball. So once I was happy with that, I decided to move a player out on the wing and then make a run in behind my player to pick up the ball. But as you'll see here, the AI decides to cover the player up by itself. And then I thought I have to adjust the run a little bit. So I moved the player a little bit further down and then ran in behind the defender. And as you'll see here, this works out quite good. But the player who picks up the ball have to run a little bit backwards, so I decided to adjust the run a little bit just to get him getting the ball in the right position. And as you see here, this was the way I wanted it to be. But then I realized it was a center defensive mid picking the ball up and an offensive player doing the dummy, so I decided to swap the players around, because once I apply this online in Ultimate Team, I want one of my offensive players to pick the ball up, because he will most likely be able to do some skill moves instead of a defensive player who I won't have many options with. So you can see here, I tested out just to try and get the timing right and see what kind of skill moves I can pull off and shots and passes. And it's quite difficult to pull skill moves off against the AI, but I know once I go online I will be able to pull some skill moves off from that position in towards the goal. And once I was quite happy with this set piece, I decided that it was time to save it, and this is pretty much the last time trying it out. And then I went on to save it as a dummy, because that was pretty much the concept behind the set piece. And then I went on to the other corner, because I also wanted to create a set piece for that. And my idea behind this was I wanted to create a corner for a bicycle kick. So you see here, I run all my players in towards the goal and then run them out of the box. And the idea is that they run away from the goal and then the cross comes in, and then they are in the perfect situation to make a bicycle kick. And another cool thing about this, they are on the way backwards. So if my opponent happens to get the ball, I will be ready for a counter attack, because all my players is already on the way backwards. And another thing you see here, I tested out just to see how the AI will react, and as you can see here, they do not follow at all, and there's a lot of space in the middle of the box. So see here, I tested out and I get a lot of easy chances to pull off bicycle kicks. So guys, if you can use these custom set pieces, it'd be awesome. And if you manage to pull them off, send them to me, because I want to see them and even post them as a video response. And another thing, if you have any ideas for custom set pieces you want me to create, if you have any ideas like do a custom set piece for a Rabona free kick or a certain kind of shot you want me to see creating a custom set piece for, let me know and I'll try to create that, because I think there's a lot of cool things you can do with custom set pieces. So yeah, once I was happy with this set piece, I saved it as a bike, because that was the concept behind this custom set piece. And that's pretty much all for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something from it, and I'll talk to you later.